Hello, everyone. Again, we're going to be learning about inferencing and drawing conclusions. Just as a reminder, drawing conclusions means figuring something out for yourself. To draw conclusions, you need to think about what makes the most sense. Making inferences is using what you already know in addition to what the story says. Drawing conclusion and making inferences help you to understand the story better. So, as you're reading or watching the video to the story, think about what you already know in addition to what the story says, and try to figure out what the story means by thinking about what makes the most sense. Our story today is The Traveler. A man who had traveled far and wide came home to his small village. He gathered the villagers together to tell them of all the wonderful things he had done in all the places he had visited. In Russia, he had cut bricks of ice to build a palace. In China, he had flown the best dragon kite anyone had ever seen. In Africa, he chased a lion. In Australia, he had jumped further than the kangaroos. He had jumped farther than any man alive. The villagers listened with interest at first and then began to smile. They turned to walk away, but the traveler said that there were many people in Australia who had seen his jump. They would be happy to be his witness. One of the villagers turned back to the traveler. "My good man," he said, "you need no witness. Just pretend this is Australia and show us." Use what you already know and what the story says to make inferences. Question 1. Why did the traveler gather the villagers together to tell about his travels? A. He wanted them to admire him. B. He wanted to make them laugh. C. They thought the traveler was a famous man. Question 2. Why were the villagers interested in the traveler's stories at first? A. They thought the stories were true. B. They thought the traveler was bragging. C. They thought the traveler was a famous man. Question 3. Why did the villagers start to smile and walk away? A. They thought the traveler was joking. B. They were jealous of the traveler. C. They decided the traveler was just bragging. Question 4. Why did the traveler say there were people in Australia who would be his witness? A. He knew the villagers believed him. B. He wanted the villagers to believe him. C. He wanted to go back to Australia. For question 5, think about what makes the most sense to draw a conclusion. One of the villagers turned back to the traveler. "My good man," he said, "you need no witness. Just pretend this is Australia and show us." This is probably because the villager knew that the traveler could not jump as far as he said. B. The villager was excited to see a jump. C. The villager felt sorry for the traveler.